episode of 0 to 60. Today we're in Dubai for Dubai Watch Week for what's about to be one of the craziest videos you've ever seen. We speak to some of the top CEOs in the watch industry, get to see the brand new releases, and most importantly, we have some exclusive watches you'll never ever see until you watch this video. Let's go. Here at the H. Moser Suite with Bertrand to talk about the brand new release, which is one of my favorites I've seen so far. I gotta get this one into my collection. But Bertrand, first of all, welcome to 0 to 60. Now we can actually do it official.
Yeah, right
now we can do it.
Not just so born.
By the way, he's the reason we did Time to Drive and got to visit the factory. So thank you so much for hosting us. It gave me a whole different outlook on the brand, on what you guys are building. And seriously, I relate to your spirit and the soul of the brand. So I'm excited to speak about this watch. I did see it at the factory, like from far, very exclusive. So I got to see it today. Tell me about the new release.
So this is a new caliber that we developed here. This is a perpetual moon automatic with a beautiful meteorite dial, which is golden meteorite on a 40 millimeter case. Like I say, automatic, has a bit this fume, the signature of the brand, of course, on it. It's not limited edition, but limited production, as it's not an easy dial, especially, and complication to make. What is beautiful, it's the first really complication outside of the tourbillon in this size, in the streamliner, so very comfortable on a 40 millimeter. And yeah, we just launched here in Dubai Watch Week.
So I have a question about the brands, because we're in a place where there's so many, but there's something so special about your dials. What was it that when you started the brand said, hey, we're gonna focus on the mechanism, we're gonna focus on the movement, but we're gonna super focus on making sure that our dials are the best in the industry?
The idea of the brand is always to have this mix between traditional watchmaking. We believe we are born, with my brother, we're born in the middle of La Vallée Juice, or in the middle of where the best watches are made. But in the same time, we wanted watches that correspond to us with a more modern approach, a younger approach, and it's where the dials came into place, because at the end, it's the most important thing you see, the design of the watch and the dial. So we always put a lot of focus on that and did not hesitate to come with different colors. And this fume was very unique. It's a technique that exists for many, many years, but we're the first one to bring it back to the watch world. We're starting with gray fumes, and we started to have colors with funky blue, and we saw that it was giving an amazing look. The beauty of fume dials is that depending on the light, it will always look different. If it's a bright light, it might look brighter, it could look darker, and that's the beauty of the different fume dials.
So I get asked this a lot as a creator, right? Someone will ask me in an interview, what's the favorite song you've created? And it's like one of the hardest questions to answer. But today I'm gonna ask you the same thing. As the owner, as the creator of the brand, what is your favorite watch you guys have been?
I have a few, so it's not easy. So I have few kids, so I'd say the same for the watches. There is one I love, is Endeavor Perpetual Calendar Tantalum, with this beautiful enamel fume abyss blue color. It's really, I love the Tantalum, I love the Perpetual Calendar. I think it's represent everything Moser is capable of doing. In the Pioneer collection, I love the Pioneer cylindrical tourbillon. I think it's also showed the savoir-faire of the brand with a cylindrical tourbillon and the skeletonized. And finally, in the streamliner, I love the chronograph. Is absolutely amazing. So I have three, one in each collection, in key collections.
So I'm usually not a tourbillon person because I don't like how it disturbs the dial, but on your watches, it makes it incredible because there's so much room for it to breathe. Now, for me, in the music industry, you know, we have a lot of influence in how we can make something very popular, how we can make something die down. But if you were looking as a creator of a brand, talking to the music industry, what would be the watch that you would tell from a creative point of view that you'd be like, this is the watch that if you want to enter our brand, you should buy first?
I think the Pioneer is perfect for that. It's a very versatile watch, easy to wear in any situation. Depending on the color, it depends on the taste. We have different colors, from the blue to the orange to the red to the green. I think the Pioneer has this really flexibility to be worn in any occasion. Has a quite young looking style as well. So I think I would recommend the Pioneer.
And lastly, as a president of the Miami Watch Club, when can we expect H. Moser Boutique in Miami?
Hopefully, as we say in the region, in Dubai, soon, inshallah.
I'm with Michel Navas. This is our first time seeing each other since he delivered the first Hamburg Convergence to me, which thank you so much for giving that watch to me. I love it. But we're in Dubai Watch Week. What are you really, really excited about this year?
I'm very, very excited because if we compare Dubai Watch Week 2 years ago and this year is totally different. And we are very happy and very excited to be here with La Fabrique, Louis Vuitton, Daniel Roth and Gerald Genta, and with Enrico and all the team. We are excited to be in this new version of Dubai Watch Week. I'm so fun with our new models of Gerald Genta and Daniel Roth. If I have to choose today, I think I will choose maybe the time only of Daniel Roth.
You heard it first. I'm going to get the time only Daniel Roth. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
To start here, we have our two new iterations of a more gold dial that's a bit more vintagey, that's really inspired by sector dials from the 80s and 90s. On the platinum version, you have a really nice deep flue dial with a Flou de Paris guilloché on the inner chapter ring. And then the rose gold with this white gold dial that's a bit two-tone with that sandblasted inner chapter ring as well, with the same caliber that we've been using on the automatic, which is our proprietary JCB003 movement, which is a micro rotor, a fully gold movement, gold base plate, gold bridges, gold rotor. Another feature is our zero reset function, that when you pull the crown, the balance wheel stops, the second hand goes back to zero and then starts again. So a few little details, and then on the same tray you have two of our new platinum offerings in our traditional and typical Biver stone dial. And this year we tried to be a bit more disruptive and be more contrarian in terms of the stones we use. So with lavender jade, and this example with diamonds, and blue quartzite with sapphires. Also, the idea is that we want to really further explain the Biver identity, and we're conscious that it's a watch that we want to be a standout piece in the collection, and that's why we kind of went overboard and used stones that are very out there, very, very loud, and we wanted something that made our watches more unique and within a collection.
Talk about that Biver identity, right? I love what I see here. You give my viewers an understanding of what is the soul and the spirit of the brand, and what is the feeling you want someone wearing your watch to feel.
First of all, it's a family brand, so there's this whole notion of love and love for tradition and passion for watchmaking. We want our watches to embody the finest level of watchmaking there is, and also we want the watches to embody our vision of what watchmaking should be, which is lots of nods to the past, also looking ahead and being very contemporary. We don't want to be stuck in just a repetition of the past, and at the same time we want those watches to bring a feeling of something nearly spiritual to the wearer. I wanted to be an architect, and I think that one of the great things about architecture is that the buildings can help the people living around define their mood. And our goal is that in the morning, if you open up your watch chest and you see a Biver, it can be the highlight of your day. And we want those watches to bring success, joy, and accompany our clients through, the best parts of their lives.
I love the nod to architecture. I also wanted to be an architect. I ended up in music by mistake almost. I'm an architect of people's dreams. I always say, do you realize we're sitting in someone's mind? This is the manifestation of someone's creativity, this building your beautiful watches. So when we talk about the new stone dials, my daughter's name is Jade. And so I was drawn to this, not only because it's a jade, but really just the contrast between the baguettes and the clean dial. But I noticed that in every single one of your dials, you have a secondary secular motion going. Where did the idea for that come from?
As creative director, I get to work on the design of all these pieces, and to me there's something very important about being drawn within the dial. If the dial is too plain or there's no sort of circular motion, I think sometimes it can be a bit too plain and you lose the depth of the dial. I always want the dials to be with a certain focus. If you look at the indexes, for instance, the regular gold indexes, but the diamonds as well, are very long and they're very deep, and they try and push the eye towards the center. I want to look in a watch. I don't want to look at a watch. I want to look inside of it to give that emotion back. If you look at the railway track that's between the indexes on both the pieces, it's shaped as an arena. It's a bit conic like this, and again, all of this is to bring the lights back towards the center so that you have the liveliness of the dial pop back to you.
Well, thank you for sharing your vision and your watches. And now off camera, I get to enjoy them and try them on.
Doing the most, but I can't front. I still want your clothes, I want your clothes, I want your clothes even when
We're here at the Amsterdam Watches event in the middle of the desert with some beautiful watches, some amazing collectors, amazing people. Shout out to Jasper for inviting us. Super excited. Let me take you down this journey because you're gonna love this vibe. in the middle of Dubai, baby.
Start with Ayana with drums because in that house there was no stereo, no DJ, just drums and sing. It is a shape of wheel made of Emirati wood from inside named Saj and covered with sheep's skin from outside. In our region we have two sets of melodies. We have Khabeiti and we will play both of them with my friends to show. After that, if you want to try, we have drums over there. We love to see all of you participate with us. Yeah?
شلها عالي صاحب الذوق